I'm Richie Castellano. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm doing a series of 3 videos all about the Line 6 Variax. This is a really cool piece of gear that has changed the way I do things, and I want to share that with you. A lot of people ask me if they should get Variax guitars and what it is, what it does, and I think these videos will do a lot to answer some of those questions. I use this a lot with my podcast. I do a podcast called Band Geek, where we do a lot of different cover songs and we try to get as close to the original recordings as possible, and you can check that out here. So, what is a Variax? Well, a Variax is a modeling guitar that allows you to mimic the sounds of a lot of different guitars through digital technology, but you can also do cool things like change tunings or store tunings if you use a compatible Line 6 pedal, which is something else we're going to go into later. In this video today, we're going to talk about 2 different models. I have this one, which is the JTV 69, and I have another one, which is the Variax Standard, and they're slightly different. And we're going to talk about the physical differences between them as instruments and the magnetic pickups. Because with these guitars, you don't have to use the digitally modeled pickups. They also come with magnetic pickups that work like any other guitar. So right now, we're going to talk about comparing those 2. So here we go. Okay, let's get started. So this is the JTV 69. Let's talk about the features really quick. It has hum single single in the pickups. Has a really nice tremolo, the James Tyler tremolo here. It's very smooth, very solid. I love it. I believe this has a maple top with an alder body. I could be wrong though. Rosewood fretboard and locking tuners in the back. The one thing to point out about this, the neck feels great. It's a bit chunky. So if you have small hands, this might be chunky for you. So right now I'm going to make sure we're on the magnetic pickups. With both these guitars, you can switch between the Variax modeled pickups and the built-in magnetic pickups, which is great if you're on a gig and you're running off a battery and the battery runs out. Well, if you press this, model select button, this will bring you back to magnetic and you can do the whole gig like that. So let's start with the neck pickup. Right now, I'm using my custom preset here. I call this one Albus. This is based on the Litigator model, and I have a Minotaur there if I want some grit. So here you go. Here's the neck pickup. Here's neck and middle. Middle. Middle bridge. And bridge. Let's put a little grit on there so you can hear what it sounds like. So those are the magnetic pickups in here. Now we're going to switch to the Variax Standard. Quick note here, these guitars use Ethernet cables if you're going to plug them into a Helix. If you're not going to plug them into the Helix, there is a standard 1/4-inch jack. The battery goes here. It's a rechargeable battery. You can buy multiple batteries if you want. Or you can get, I believe you can get a power supply that can be powered through this jack. So a lot of different ways to use it. But for me today, I'm using it through the Helix because the Helix powers it while passing signal through, which is very handy. Another thing to mention here is this Ethernet cable will pass both the Variax models and the magnetic pickups through. So that's really awesome. Okay, so here is the Standard. Make sure I'm on the magnetic side. All right, neck. Neck and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge. bridge. Let's put some distortion on there. So the difference between the Variax Standard and the JTV 69 is this is single, single, single. This is a much lighter guitar, if you ask me. It's an all alder body. Still has a rosewood fretboard, but the neck contour is a lot smaller. This has a very small feeling neck compared to this, and this is more what I'm used to with my Music Man guitars. This feels closer to that. This one has like a fat telly or Strat sort of feel, and this has more of a like a slim D or C shape almost. Also, the bridge on this is more of a vintage standard Strat style bridge. It's also very good, but it's just more of a standard appointment, you would say. The knobs are laid out a little differently. Here we have tone, volume tone. Here's the model selection, and here's the tuning selection. On this guitar, the tuning selection is up here. So here you have volume, model selection, tone, tuning, and here, all four here, volume, tone, model selection, tuning. Standard tuners, not locking tuners, but this is a very cool feeling guitar. I like this one a lot. All right, let's do a quick fire back and forth between the two. So there you have it. Those are the differences between the Variax JTV 69 and the Variax Standard. Now there are plenty of other Variax models to choose from. These are just the two that I have here in the studio, so hopefully that helped you to narrow down your decision on which one to get. So today we just talked about the physical attributes and the magnetic pickups. I mean, these are the real pickups just like any other guitar. In the next video, which you can see here, we're going to talk about the modeled sounds. Now, this is the real meat and potatoes of these guitars. This is where you go from, Strats, Tellys to Les Pauls, 335s, Rickenbackers, Gretsch's, weird tunings. You can do acoustic 12-string, banjo, sitar, and it goes on and on. So we're going to do that in the next video, and I think you really like that. So please check it out, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video. To see even more videos, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to interact with me on social media, please follow my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. If you like podcasts, check out my show Band Geek on the Riotcast Network. For tour dates and even more info, go to richiecastellano.com. Now, here's a video I picked just for you. I think you'll like it. Go ahead, click it. It's good.